Recorded live on location at the Generation X Comics and Games Studio, it's Trade Paper Hacks, episode 10 and 6, with your hosts, Mark and Alex.
Thank you, announcer boy. 10 and 6.
10 and 6, yeah. Isn't that like a...
I'm surprised he knows how to do math.
I am too.
Because he's out the door already. And you know what he's off to do?
What?
He's actually going to go sit in line for tickets for Daredevil.
Wait, at his house or the theater? Or?
He's got some buddy named Jose selling it to him. But he has a line upside his house, so...
Okay, well, I hope the best for him. I hope he gets the best seat in the house.
He's probably going to be on the news tomorrow.
Good for announcer boy.
All right, as announcer boy so generously told you. Generously? Yeah.
Generously told you.
As he just so
no
generously
charge,
told
just
you.
gave it to you.
For free. That you're listening to Trade Paper Hacks episode 16, if you didn't quite get that.
10 and 6.
Stop that. We're recording live.
It's live.
It's live
It's happening.
from Generation X Comics and Games Studios over here in Bedford, Texas.
Southeast corner of Harwood and 121.
Next to old fake meat itself, Taco Bell. The next thing we have to talk about, and we have to do in our introduction, as always, is introduce Jason Dyer, Tech Booth himself.
It smells like a used diaper filled with Indian food.
Say hi, Tech Booth.
Hi, Tech Booth.
I still love this thing. All right, so tonight we have a lot to talk about. We have to go over that Daredevil trailer. A new Daredevil trailer came out this week. I swear every week we're talking about a new comic book trailer.
It's because it's the thing now. They're taking all the books and making movies and TV shows.
And we live in a wonderful time.
We do.
It's a wonderful time to be alive. After that, we're going to go over, is that January sales?
That is January sales.
January sales. There's no surprises on that, is there?
No, this is pretty straightforward, but it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, so tune in. But first, and this is the most aggravating thing. The most aggravating thing is that there is the new 52 is going away.
Yeah.
That news popped this week.
Friday morning.
DC Comics is no longer referring to their books as the new 52, and then they are throwing continuity to the wind.
They say, hey, look, you like continuity? Tough. It's gone.
Hey, you know that thing that throws people into more nerd rage than anything? That whole comic book podcast are dedicated to DC comic books continuity? Screw it.
It's gone.
Out the door.
It's done.
No mas.
Don't need it no more.
Nope. Go ahead and kind of give us a brief rundown what they said and why they're doing it. Does it say in that?
It says, basically they're saying they want to focus on storytelling. They don't want continuity to get in the way of storytelling. They want to give the writers a little more free reign with what they can write.
Okay.
Which is kind of a good thing. I mean, if you think about it, since the new 52, writers have kind of been shoveled down this one hallway, says this is your world and anything you write affects what happens in this book and in this book and in this book.
Oh, you can no longer use Damian Wayne because he is dead in this book.
Right.
You have to write that into your book and postpone your storylines to tell this.
Right.
Or we have a September set of issues of, Flashpoint is ending. You know what? I just realized what probably led to this. Remember when the new 52 hit, and we talked about this on our issue about omnibuses. Mm-hmm. And we talked about how Grant Morrison's Batman Inc. didn't need to change and didn't benefit from the new 52, and it should have just been one long story.
Right.
They probably heard all the freaking feedback from that. Like, we just got to stop telling writers what to do. Just let them write their opus and not get in the middle of it.
This is all Grant Morrison's fault? Or our fault?
This is thanks to us.
Thanks to us.
And thanks to Grant Morrison. Okay, so there's some big stuff. There's actually a lot of good that came out of this.
Well, it was like last week or week before, or I think it was actually last month, they announced that at the end of March that there were like 25 titles done last issue.
And there were some big ones. I forgot. What are we losing?
Green Lantern Corps, Green Lantern New Guardians, Red Lanterns, Supergirl, just a slew. Just a whole bunch of them. Batwoman's done.
Done.
Yeah, no more Batwoman. Last issue is March.
This is the whole Burnside thing and all that, right?
No, that's Batgirl.
That's Batgirl, yeah.
Batwoman.
Me.
Yeah, wrong one. Yeah.
No, Batwoman. Oh, we have a strong female lead that's also a lesbian? We don't need that book anymore.
Let's shut that book down.
Shut it down.
But Red Hood and the Outlaws is going away.
I'm sad about that.
I know, it's one of your favorite books that you don't read anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I stopped pulling that. Oh, this is getting trite. No moss.
But we're losing a lot of books. We actually went over that in the issue 2 of the show.
We did.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yeah, so go back and listen to that one at some point.
Okay, so we're worried about these things, but there are a lot of books that are coming out to kind of fill those holes.
Yeah,
Fill those gaps.
There's basically 2 lists. There's the ongoing titles, and then there's the new titles. So ongoing, you've got stuff like Action Comics is sticking around, Aquaman, Batgirl, Batman, and Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo are staying on Batman.
Thank you, Jeebus.
We don't have to worry about that. Detective Comics, Batman, Superman, Catwoman, Deathstroke, which has actually been selling really well.
Deathstroke sticking around?
Yes.
So you remember who was
This
originally
is-
drawing Deathstroke in the New 52, right?
No. No, he wasn't. No, he was not.
No, he wasn't originally, but he did eventually end up on it. Rob Liefeld eventually did draw
I don't believe you.
Deathstroke. Go check it out. I'm not gonna. He's not here tonight, but
Yeah,
I'd
he's
ask
not
him.
here, but
We went back and we looked into Rob Liefeld's closet back here, and he had chewed a hole through the wall and escaped.
he'll be back. We always feed him.
Yeah,
So,
we keep feeding him. That's our mistake.
let's see here. The Flash is sticking around, which is a good thing. Gotham Academy.
Which is,
good
I
book.
think, you know what? I think the Gotham Academy book is probably another reason that they're doing this. Is because that's a storyline. It's got a different art style. It doesn't really get defined by continuity in the other Bat books.
Right. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be
We
held
care
down
more-
by what's going on somewhere else.
We care more about the story, so that's why, it's a good example of why they're doing this.
Right.
And it's selling okay, right?
Yeah. It's a good seller. It's doing well. Grayson's sticking around. So
Yes!
you'll be happy about that.
I am happy. I think it's cool. I think it's all the. If you're not reading Grayson, Dick Grayson is no longer Nightwing. He goes off to become a secret agent for Spiral, which is a organization that came to be in the Grant Morrison storylines that the rest of the continuity is totally forgotten about, and it is just as weird. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff. It's totally worth picking up, and I'm glad it's sticking around.
See, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn sticking around. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Justice League United is staying around, which surprised me.
What the hell's Justice League United?
That's the one that's got Animal Man and Green Arrows in it, and they brought back into the guy with the jetpack and the laser gun.
James
Adam
Bond?
Strange. Adam Strange is back in it.
James Bond and Moonraker.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It's also called Justice League Canada. They're based out of Canada. I think Manhunter's in that too.
Gross.
Lobo sticking around, and I hate that. That book.
The new Lobo?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Twilight Lobo?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Is that a bad definition?
No, that is not a bad
He
definition.
doesn't sparkle.
He's slender and kind of sexy, and
comparatively, yeah.
he kills with a smolder face.
Yeah.
Whoa. Stab. Hey, girl.
But, you know, I like the old school Lobo that's just yelling and killing everything and being badass. This one's more like a stealth assassin kind of guy.
Oh my god. I'm just thinking of the old Lobo voice from the Superman cartoons.
Yep.
Oh,
You know who that reminds me of now? Like Seth Rogen.
Really?
I hear Seth Rogen.
I can kind of hear that.
I can imagine Seth Rogen actually playing Lobo.
I want this
No.
to happen now.
No, I don't.
No?
Bite your tongue. Come on, he already ruined Green Hornet. Let's not let him ruin
He doesn't have
Lobo's
to
already
produce
bad
the
enough. He can
movie.
play this Lobo. I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
You want him to play Twilight Lobo?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. What else we got going on?
Secret Six, Gail Simone book.
Everybody's really excited about that because
I haven't read it yet.
well, she did the old Secret Six.
Yeah, she did
right?
the old Secret
and
Six,
Secret
which is
Six is
cool.
currently gone. Is there a Secret Six book out now?
It just came out they've had
So it's
one
newish.
issue. It's new,
and
yeah.
like it's going to continue. So people are really excited about that. They loved how she wrote that.
Who or what are the Secret Six?
It's almost like a borderline better Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's like Suicide Squad Light.
It's made of villains, but they're a lot more likable. They focus
Okay.
a lot more. Like Gail Simone wrote the last generation pre-New 52 Secret Six,
That was when I had like Ragman in it, wasn't it?
and Bane,
Yeah, Bane.
and Catman.
Catman. I forgot he was
Is a
in that.
villain?
Not a hero.
Okay.
Not good
Yeah, I got you.
on multiple levels.
Right.
But that was a real big deal back then. And people loved it. And I guess I just recently brought it back. It's going to keep going on. So
Yeah, and Gail Simone's writing it, so it's got to be good. She's an awesome writer. Sinestro sticking around, New Suicide Squad, Superman, Wonder Woman, Teen Titans, and Wonder Woman.
You know what? I'm glad's off that list. Oh, Nike's, it's still there.
What?
Batman, Superman. That book sucks.
Yep, that's still there.
Let me look at this list. I'm gonna tell you all the books that suck that are still on there. Okay, so books that still suck. You got Catwoman's not great. I'm gonna be honest. That book.
The art looks pretty
The
good.
new arc with her taking over like the crime.
You know where you get that? You get it in Eternal, and that's all you need. You don't need it all fleshed out. I don't like it. Gotham Academy we like. Gotham by Midnight we like.
Yep.
Green Arrow, is that a strong book? I feel like that's weak.
No, it's just there.
Yeah, I think it's
just sticking around.
They got a TV show. They got a solid book. Okay,
Yeah.
that explains it. People love Harley Quinn because
It's Harley Quinn.
It's DC's.
Oh my God, it's Harley Quinn.
Do I need that voice?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. No, it's DC's Deadpool. That's all it is. It's Harley Quinn is DC's Deadpool in her own book. It's written like a Deadpool book.
It is written like a
I kid
Deadpool
you not.
book.
It's
It
written like a
is.
Deadpool book.
It
Fourth
totally
wall
is.
breaking and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't believe. Now, if you see her in like Suicide Squad or something else, it's a little bit Deadpool-y, but it's so much more serious and grounded in reality that she's kind of a tragic character. It's whatever. Lobo, we agree, sucks. Justice League United, we agree, sucks. Justice League, Jeff Johns is still writing it.
Okay.
But he is off of
Superman. No more
Jeff
doing.
Johns is no longer on Superman. But you know who is? John Romita Jr., the Rob Liefeld for the current generation.
So who created the new suit power?
We'll get to that in a second. Where do we want to...
Super Fire?
Solar flare. Who made?
Solar Flare!
Who finally gave us Super Saiyan Superman?
No, it was Krillin. Krillin was the one that came up
Krillin
with
did
it.
Solar Flare.
Flare.
Okay.
That's all he had. Then he died.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, what ended up happening is they can't make Superman relevant enough in headlines outside of making him renounce his U.S. citizenship.
Yeah.
Or they always had to do big publicity stunts with Superman, and they needed a superpower to get him to sell the book because it's not selling probably.
Okay.
And having Jeff Johns on it isn't helping. Am I wrong in that? Is it
Having
selling
John
well?
Romita Jr. on it's not helping.
That's what it was. Because he's awful at art. He's bad.
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think.
What was
you
it?
can't draw.
The last issue, the little matchsticks that Superman has for
We
legs?
posted on our Facebook
Oh, I saw that.
Oh,
that John
God,
Romita
it's bad.
Jr. made Superman skip leg day.
Like for 6 months.
It was bad. And then he drew Batman in the same issue later on, and he gave him like this pelvic area that looks like a diaper, or made him look like an action hero. I'm going to stand up for a camera. It was like cut right here, and then like he's sitting down, and it looks like he's a toy, like that's like the hip joints.
So Batman's legs spin there. And just,
Yeah,
Not fully articulated action figure.
no,
Batman's no longer articulated.
And of course, Batman knows 100% about Superman's new power, so he can go ahead and tell everybody the storyline.
No, fair.
Yeah.
Batman's taking care of that, eh?
Yeah,
Well, Batman knows everything.
yeah. Oh, I did all the science on your cells.
And then he got a new suit out of it with like fingerless gloves.
The hobo suit.
It looks terrible.
Yeah,
It's
A lot of people
Who got
online
the
like
hobo
that.
Suit? Which one? Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Superman got a new hobo suit. with
Can you
fingerless
imagine Batman wearing fingerless gloves and leaving fingerprints everywhere?
That ain't gonna happen. Batman doesn't have fingerprints. He burned those off years ago.
That's Men in Black. That is a movie starring Will Smith. That is not a Batman story.
I thought it was weird to call him Agent B all the time.
No.
Agent B. What's up,
J and K.
B. Yo, Agent B.
So let's move on. That power sucks, by the way. It's just like it's impossible.
What
to
is it?
You can't tell. Like all you
Oh, because it hasn't come out yet.
he expunges. I mean, you can tell. Like they draw it.
Yeah,
but
he just,
Romita
like,
doesn't draw what's happening. It's like a nuclear explosion, like the end of Akira.
Okay.
It's exactly how he drew
Yeah.
that panel. It's
So is he just like releasing all the solar radiation he's ever absorbed out in one moment of burning glory?
That's
or-
exactly what it is. Now,
Okay.
here's the thing. Here's a little thing that a lot of people don't know. That power is in Supergirl months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like
She
Supergirl's
used
had
it?
that power. I mean, you know that whole saying like Supergirl's cells are more dense in solar radiation
Right,
than
right.
Superman's, which you would think would make her stronger than him.
Or capable of
Or
becoming
capable.
stronger than
So she had this awesome, unique power that
Now
Jeff
every
Johns
person-
is like, we need that. We can use it better. Put it in
Superman
here.
could do that.
I got a storyline that's super trite that I need that in to save it.
Do you guys have just... I have a question.
Hold on. Stop laughing. Listen to it and love it.
Tech Booth has question.
All right,
Thank
what's
you.
your question,
Thank you.
Tech Booth?
Do you guys have a favorite failed Superman superpower?
There's all those ones from the 60s.
There's tons of them. Yeah, but
Like,
do you
but
have
those
a
are-
favorite?
I love the one where he made a little miniature version of himself.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
He willed it into existence, this tiny miniature. I don't even remember what the storyline was, but he willed into existence this tiny little miniature version of himself to take care of a task.
I'm pretty sure it was to unlock a car door or something.
It was something stupid.
Like, he had to make... It was like, pew! He had to shoot out a little tiny suit to fly out and do things.
A perfectly tailored suit for this miniature version of him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. He couldn't just have a little naked Superman running around. That's just be weird.
That'd be really weird.
Sexy.
Talk about shrinkage.
Yeah.
Total sploosh.
Sexy.
Really?
Yep. Okay. Did you have a favorite superpower? Don't you say Electric Superman.
I hated Electric Superman.
Superman Electric Boogaloo.
I
That was
hated
the
Electric Superman.
That was energy entity Superman, right? Like no body, all blue lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. Awful. Never should have happened. Bad 90s.
And you know what it was? Superman got stale. They had to come up with some BS line to sell books.
It wasn't enough that he came back from the dead.
He had to come back,
Come
Electric
back, be
Boogaloo.
around for a while, and then split into Red and Blue Superman. And,
which is another 60s story, by the way,
Really?
that they took from. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it wasn't even original. That's how bad it was. All right, new series.
All right, there's
Whole
some new
bunch of
books
new
coming
series.
out. Okay.
Batman Beyond's getting a new book.
So wait, how many new books are coming out?
24.
So it's going to be a total of like 48,
49.
49 books.
Half and half old.
Yeah, 25 old, 24 new.
Okay. For now.
For now. Batman is coming out. This is probably one of my favorites. Batmite is getting a book.
Now, is this a children's book?
This is a comedy book. They saw that the comedy aspect of Harley Quinn was selling well, so they're going to put out some more comedy books.
Great.
That's why we're getting Batmite, and we're also getting Bizarro as a comedy
You know
book.
who's my favorite comic book character? Batmite. I love Batmite. I love Deadpool, and I love Harley Quinn. Those are my favorites.
All of them?
All of them?
Those are my favorite comic books. I'm a real fan.
Who wins between Batmite and Harley Quinn?
Well, Batmite's from the fifth dimension. I don't know if you know this. He's an imp from the fifth dimension. And Harley Quinn's some bitch from Jersey.
Right.
So,
But who wins? I mean,
obviously, Batmite. Okay.
what are they fighting over?
So what if we throw Deadpool into this? What happens between
Well,
Deadpool and-
Deadpool doesn't get involved in these things because he's from Marvel and this is DC.
Oh yeah.
But if they were to have some sort of crossover,
An amalgamation, if you will.
an amalgamation would go down.
Yeah, absolutely. Swords and hammers.
Swords, hammers, fifth dimension imp type weapons. I don't know what they use, but it's obviously better. So I am a real fan. Real fans love Batmite and Harley Quinn
Right. Real things.
and Deadpool.
Alex, you back?
I'm
You in there, buddy?
Oh, I'm here.
I'm still here.
What's going on?
No, I'm here. I'm back. I gotta get that out of my throat.
Okay, Bizarro's getting his own book. It's supposed to be a little comedy-esque, which I hate. Bizarro should not be a comedy character. It's like when they made Larfleeze kind of a comedy book.
Here's my thing. Well, Larfleeze is one thing that turned out pretty well.
Yeah, but that's a character that could be super not a comedy character.
Oh, of course. I think Bizarro, they already did it in Forever Evil, and they have that current that universes.
Yeah.
But I think if they do a comedy book, it's just something to sell to younger people.
Look, Superman's stupid.
Yeah.
Black Canary is getting a book, which I
Female
find
superhero?
cool as hell.
TV show.
Oh, yeah, she's on TV.
Yeah.
There you go. It actually says in I highlighted it here. In the press release, where is it? For example, fans of the Arrow television show may want more stories about Black Canary, and now they can find modern, fresh takes on the character in pages of her own standalone series, both in stores and digitally. So buy all the books all the ways.
Yeah, buy everything.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. You got something that's on TV. They got an anorexic girl playing it on TV that they want to sell books about. So,
speaking of TV, Constantine is getting a new title to his book. It is now Constantine the Hellblazer.
The Hellblazer.
The Hellblazer.
the Hellblazer.
They're like, hey, look, guys, remember the Vertigo Hellblazer book that was really, really awesome? Well, Constantine's the same character, but we just screwed him up when we brought him to the New 52, so we're going to stick Hellblazer on there to make you happy.
I wonder if they're going to keep it up with current New 52 continuity, or if they're just going to continue Hellblazer.
I hope they continue Hellblazer. That'd be cool.
Now, here's the problem
Or
with
make it more like Hellblazer.
Mash it up.
Well, here's the problem with making it a continuation of Hellblazer. I don't remember how that series ended, actually.
I'm trying to remember myself.
Either way, he aged in real time in that, so he would be a lot
Nice.
older than what we saw in New 52.
Yeah, he was much older.
What
at
if
the end of the series.
what if it's just another title like a CW DC comic? What if it's just that? And it probably wouldn't stay CW. But you know what I'm talking about? Like there's Flash,
Like Arrow
there's
and Flash
yeah.
season 0.
Because
Whatever, because I like the show.
That's NBC, by the way.
It is.
For now, there's a rumor that it's going to move to Sci-Fi.
Yes, there is a rumor that's going to go to Sci-Fi and get a second season.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I'd be okay as long as we get more of it. I don't
I think it's a smart move for Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Sippy?
Siffy.
Okay.
Cyborg is getting his own solo book.
Oh, Cyborg, the character that can't stand on his own and doesn't deserve his own movie, right, Tech Booth?
No, I disagree.
Is it because you have something against black superheroes?
No, I love them.
Black robots.
They're the best.
Black teenagers.
They are quite funny.
Blacks.
In general, are cool.
That's an obvious statement.
That's
you're
a
making.
very
That's a
obvious
very general
statement.
statement you're making about all those things.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we'll see if it does any good or not.
Yeah.
There's a book called Dark Universe.
Does that also deal with black people? I'm walking a line.
What is Dark Universe? Is that
I
like
think
a
it's going to
title
be
that we
like
should
the
know?
Justice League Dark style characters.
but like with
your
cosmic
Frankenstein, Deadman, the Constantine-esque grouping side.
That's right. They have that.
Maybe
whole...
some Zatanna in there.
Zatanna.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can be. Hey, think about it. You got Zatanna in a book, and you also got Black Canary in her own book. Fishnet sales go up.
Right?
Fishnet.
Why? We need to
leggings.
start carrying that in the shop. Fishnets, superhero fishnets. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to
They play
replace
this in the store, right?
yeah, sometimes.
They might.
I'll keep my opinions.
So we've lost all those Green Lantern books, but we're getting another one, Green Lantern Lost Army. What is that going to be about?
I just they've run out of the Roy G. Biv.
No more colors to add to this mix. So
Yeah.
let's discover an army that.
Did the Blue
Yeah.
Lanterns ever get restarted? Because I thought they kind of got stamped out.
Who cares? Give me back to good old just Green Lantern stories. The space cops of the universe, not the space army of the universe. Space cops of the universe, man.
Nope, they're an
That's
army
where
now.
the good stories live.
I agree with you. Let's see, Doomed is coming out.
Does this say what Doomed is?
Nope.
Does this article say what
I
Doomed
didn't see
is?
anything about Doomed on that one either. So there's a book called Doomed. I don't know if it's going to be about Doomsday. I don't know if it's going to be about Doctor Doom sliding over into the DC universe.
No, that's not going to be it.
Oh, maybe it's a new Doom Patrol book.
Maybe it is Doom Patrol.
I'd be cool with that. I like Doom
So
Patrol.
would you like to explain to them what Doom Patrol is?
Yes. What is it?
It's a
It's essentially a diet Suicide Squad.
Wait, are you saying
it's kind of like if Suicide Squad and Teen Titans crossed, you'd get Doom Patrol. It's where Beast Boy originally came from.
so? It's a team of frenemies.
It's
Not essentially, but I mean it's.
but it's interesting because they've gone a different way with it in the New 52 than they originally did. Oh, maybe I don't know. We'll see. Earth 2 Society will be a book. I thought Earth 2
I
was
thought
ending.
Earth 2 was ending.
Earth 2 Society.
Oh, well, maybe the Earth 2 people come over to
That's what I'm
Earth
thinking.
Prime or Earth 1, and then they have their own little society like Little China.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
They
maybe
live in
Toontown.
they live in a hood.
yeah, Toontown, totally Toontown. Yeah. But no, I think it's going to be that may be the start of like the Justice Society. So That could be cool. Dr. Fate is getting a book.
That is actually the only thing. I'm looking at a list of all these things here. It's the only thing on old and new that I'm remotely curious about.
Dr. Fate?
Yeah.
Why?
Really?
Why
Because-
does that interest you?
Honestly, because what I do know of the DC universe is that magic is a big hole in the Superman armor. I'm curious about how insane this Dr. Fate character could be. I want to know what the tie-in from the visual media, the shows that I've seen with where they have touched on Dr. Fate and some of that stuff, and whatever weird connection you had with Hawkman. Like, I want to know. Literally, Dr. Fate for me is a big question, and there's lots of possible answers, and I'm sure there's like a spider web of endless stories that are connected to this person, but I'm curious about some of them.
Okay, so let's talk about magic in the DC universe real quick. We've already told you that there's Constantine.
And
Zatanna.
Zatanna.
Zatar.
No, okay, but this guy is supposed to be pinnacle level, right? So if there are
Oh,
magic
yeah,
users,
he's
supposed
alpha.
to be okay.
Yeah.
He's Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah.
Well, that's enough of an analog right there. As to
So,
why I would wanna know more about it.
it's been a long time since I read Dr. Fate. It's not the person wearing the helmet; it's the entity within the helmet
That takes over.
that takes over. So he's.
But isn't the entity in the helmet nuts?
A little bit.
I mean, it's not something you want, controlling your bank account.
Sure.
Wouldn't you be nuts if you were trapped in a helmet?
I think I'd be even more nuts if I had to merge my brain into other hosts or symbiote. Like, that's how I'm imagining it. If there's an entity in this helmet, which kind of like the World Mind in Nova, then you got
Also in a helmet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also in a helmet. You got to deal with the people that you become part of. So whatever, I would imagine, like, if I were a helmet for Alex, I would, as a helmet, become incredibly vain. No, okay. Like, I'm just saying.
Are you
like,
calling me vain?
I'm saying that you would pick up I would imagine it would pick up or exploit the negative aspects of the personality, or at least that's what I'm hoping is going on there. And so I guess it's not so much about the magic; it's more about the intercession between this thing that causes the powers to exist and the people who have to deal with that.
Firestorm?
Hulk?
Hulk?
I have, for all you Marvelites that want to know what Dr. Fate is, it's basically if Doctor Strange put on the Nova helmet with a symbiote attached to it.
Damn. See, even better. Like, now I really want to know what's going on there.
That next level nerd on you right there?
No, I'm just waiting for my virginity to leave my body again. It seeped back in.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that.
Yeah. Y'all aren't getting rid of it. I'll get rid of it on my own somehow.
Leave me alone.
Get away, son! Nope, don't touch one of these buttons. They're probably all inappropriate.
All right, Harley Quinn and Power Girl are getting a book.
There goes my virginity back.
So that's 2 Harley Quinn books?
2 Harley Quinn books. One's got
Harley.
Power Girl in it.
Power Girl.
But
Power Girl,
Earth 2 Supergirl.
essentially the boob window.
yeah, Boo Window.
Boob window.
Now, granted, I heard that there was a new Power Girl coming.
There is. She's in Teen Titans.
Okay, so it's separate from this one?
We don't know. They,
But I mean,
they
is
haven't announced yet.
This is all the point of the severed continuity stuff, right? Where,
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. So there's no telling. It could be.
okay.
Justice League of America is making a return with Brian Hitch writing and drawing it. I'm kind of excited about that.
That is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the League of America. And then we're getting a Justice League 3001.
Oh, good lord.
Continuation of Justice League 3000.
That book sucks. Have you read that?
That's the book, that's like the only book right now going that's out of continuity anyway.
No, like, here's the thing.
It's stupid. I
It's
agree with
stupid.
you.
It's like, oh, let's put all the Justice League members into the future and make them giant. But it's awful.
they're all just unlikable personalities.
Like, they're
Yeah,
all
they are.
unlikable.
It's
Wow.
like all the personalities got mixed up and every bad thing that you could came out of it. Huh. It's bad.
So
It's terrible.
Is it? Do they transplant all the characters that you would know now into the future, or are these just future?
They're
like,
clones.
legacy
They're
versions?
clones.
They're clones.
They're
Oh,
clones
okay,
that get
okay.
screwed up.
Hashtag spoiler, that's issue 2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Martian Manhunter's getting a book. That's long overdue.
now
Well,
explain
has
to
he
me why
never
that's
had one?
impressive.
Because Martian Manhunter's awesome.
I bet you that's the first book to get canceled.
No, first book to get canceled is probably going to be.
I bet that's in the first batch.
I don't think so.
First,
It's going to be better than you think. No, the next book, Midnighter, is going to be the first book to get canceled.
Agreed.
Who cares about a book about Midnighter?
Well, here's why you can't do it, or you can't cancel it. There's your LGBT replacement. That's a gay Batman.
The Midnighter is gay Batman.
Yeah, the Midnighter, and what is the from Overwatch? It's a superhero. It's a Superman analog. So those were both on Vertigo, am I right?
I believe
Stormwatch was on Vertigo.
Stormwatch originally was on Vertigo.
It was originally on Vertigo, and they were analogs of the Justice League, kind of.
But in space.
But in space, and it was a little bit more crazy. It was a lot of fun. But you had a Batman Superman combo, but they eventually fell in love, and they, did that thing. I think they tried to get married, or they got
something
married,
like
or something
that.
like that. But now they are in the DC universe, still gay.
Okay,
good for them. But whoever is Midnighter's boyfriend / husband is gone. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
He's still in the background somewhere. But Midnighter's just running around Grayson, the book Grayson, just being a giant dick.
So like a bad guy, or like
just like a spoil, it's kind of pain in the ass. Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting a Mystic U book.
What?
Mystic U.
Like university?
I guess.
Is it with a U?
It's
the letter
with a
U?
Letter U. Mystic and then a letter U.
People at home can't see your finger. Like that looks more like a. So we started posting this stuff on YouTube.
But Mystic U, I bet that ties into Dark Universe and all, Dr. Fate and all that stuff.
Okay.
Omega Men.
That is probably going to be New Genesis stuff.
Maybe. Yeah, I can see that.
So that's going to be a lot of the New Gods, New Genesis, your cosmic stories.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. Prez.
Now, Prez was a book back in the day.
Back in the 80s.
About the first teenage president.
And it's exactly what it sounds like.
Like, it looks exactly... You got robots, cool-looking robots.
Yeah, awesome robots. And legless vampires.
Something.
Yeah.
Man, it looks...
It was
Can legless vampires still fly?
Sure.
That's assuming your vampires in this universe could fly, not just run up trees and waste time.
Yeah, that was my assumption.
No, because their bat wings are supposed to be like Namor's. They're on their ankles.
I see where you're going with
that. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Red Hood and Arsenal get a book.
Okay, so your Red Hood and the Outlaws is over, but now you get Red Hood and Arsenal. And there's a reason why they have removed one of the Outlaws.
Because Starfire's getting her own book.
And she's getting kind of an over... what's the female term for getting...
Makeover.
Makeover, not...
She got a new suit. They covered up the skin.
Really? They covered up the skin. She
has a little tiny boob window now instead of like a little tiny thing that's not boob.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like they've ruined the boob to cloth ratio.
Whatever.
They're now fixing.
They put it back. They went 80-20 the other way.
She looks like a midriff version of the Teen Titans cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
And she looks it's very cute. Look, I'm not saying like attractive cute, but like something kids would get behind. Like,
I'm sure that's the reason. I'm sure that is a smart decision on their
It was,
part.
Man. They had so much to fix with that character.
Yeah.
But it's the Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor are writing it.
Yeah,
so that's your Harley Quinn team.
Writing, drawing, It's gonna be. It looks like a comedy book so far too. So
yeah,
or it looks funny.
Seems like it'd be an easy thing to do with her.
Yeah,
with her.
She's already in a comedy cartoon.
Yeah, that's a character you can do that with. Robin, son of Batman. So we're gonna get a Damian Wayne book.
They're actually canceling Batman and Robin, right?
Yes, Batman and Robin is done.
And now who's writing Robin, son of Batman? Patrick Gleason. Patrick Gleason's doing both. So he's pretty much getting rid of the Batman and Robin series, and I guess Robin's now getting his own book. Or Damian Wayne is getting his own book.
That's what I would assume since it's son of Batman.
You assume he still has the superpowers. Damian Wayne recently got superpowers. When he came back from the dead with Superman strength.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the pit gave him superpowers?
No, he was on Apocalypse when he came back to life.
Something with a magical stone that brought him back to life.
Yeah.
A shard of soul shard or something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Well, what are the weaknesses? Like
they seriously had it for one issue.
Yeah, this is past issue. He's like, "Hey, you can't hurt me."
It's kind of fun because Batman's never had a superhero sidekick that was beneath him. He had Superman hang out with him.
That and you can create
They bros. But this is his kid.
I can imagine a pretty good story where you're having to see him really fight all the things like from I like the concept. This is why I might jump on Batman because I like the idea of watching Batman develop as a father.
Now you would
thing that could probably apparently now break him in half and has had a history of psychological issues, right?
You would love the Gleason run on Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
from the
actually
New 52
looking at that was another point I was going to make is that seeing this guy on the list as both writer and artist is another reason I would pick this book up, because I want to see what that's like. That's got to be amazing to be able to do both of those things and craft something out of it.
Okay, let's be honest though. The tables are against the tides against him.
Why is that?
Writer artist combos on books usually struggle.
You mean
Tony Daniel did it. Yeah, Tony
Okay.
Daniel did it. It failed. I'm not a big fan of Lee Bermejo doing it.
Andy Kubert's done it on a lot of books.
Andy Kubert. Oh yeah, Andy Kubert's is awful.
Okay.
Like his art's usually okay, and that Batman,
Damian
Son of Batman book was awful.
Okay.
Just awful. I mean, I don't. J.H. Williams III did it,
Yeah.
and that was probably some of the weakest stuff he's done.
Yeah, that
which is
wasn't great.
unfortunate. That was Batwoman he did that on,
Yes.
and it beautiful book, but something usually suffers.
Either
Almost a
art
struggle
goes
suffers.
down or the writing goes down.
Yep, it's
Okay.
typically a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Garth Ennis is jumping back on the DC bandwagon with Section 8.
Which is a continuation of what he did in what's the other story? Hitman series.
Hitman series, yeah.
Yeah. Which
Which I'm cool with. I think
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
all for it.
Yep. And we are getting from Lee Bermejo, We Are Robin.
No, he's not. He's drawing it. It's not writing it.
No, he's
We Are
writing it.
Robin. He is. That looked like his art.
Nope, he's writing it.
Kudos to the
Carrie
artist.
Randolph is doing the art on it.
Is it just everybody who's ever been Robin? And
I don't know, because if you
it
look
looks-
at the cover, it's not. It looks like people in like a jacket that has the Robin symbol and the Harlequin mask, but it's not
The
Robin.
domino mask.
Domino
is what they
mask,
call
yeah,
those.
domino mask. But it doesn't look like Robin. It looks like there's like 3 of them. So I'm wondering if like they're kind of moving the Robin lore up, and some kids are going to be like, we're going to be like Robin instead of Batman.
Yep. Which
Oh,
they've
that's
done
interesting.
so many times and other things, but it's not bad. It never turns out poorly. It's never usually fleshed out. Into the Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
You had a lot of Batman,
Yep.
and you've had all of the
There have been several times. they've had
several
Batman,
times,
yeah.
several times.
No, when I first heard of it, I thought it was going to be like a book about a child who's just going through the different personalities of Robin. He'd be Dick Grayson for a while, then he'd be Tim Drake for a while.
That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be awesome.
Actually, it would be kind of cool, especially if you had like some ability to function like those people, but just went through all the mental like switches of it.
That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Totes.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Are we done?
Yes.
that's it.
Okay, I'm
the
sorry,
list.
that list was long as can be. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break, get some water. We're going to talk about that Deadpool trailer. We got to talk about that Deadpool trailer. Daredevil. Oh, God.
Really?
Keep going.
Really?
Mark, why don't you take us out?
Hey, when did Chad get here? I mean, that's just...
Oh, God. Okay. No.
You okay?
Please, no,
You okay over
just
there?
take over.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to go do the Daredevil trailer that's coming out on Netflix. We will be back with that and with a better Alex.
Yeah.